Welcome back to Arena Leipzig and continued coverage of the Women's World Handball Championship. And although the grand final of the competition will take place 6 days from now in Hamburg, we have the first final of the tournament here and now in the President's Cup. This is the match to decide who finishes in 17th place in the competition. The top placing for nations who did not qualify for the knockout stages. It's Poland against Brazil. Two teams who have a chance to salvage a modicum of pride after a fall from grace here in Germany. Brazil were world champions as recently as 4 years ago in Serbia. Poland had been semi-finalists in each of the past two world championships, but neither survived the first round this time round. Poland were edged out by 4 other European teams in Group B in Bietigheim. Brazil were ultimately undone by 2 draws in the first round, at least one of which they would have expected to win and normally would have seen them qualify. But this is still a match both nations will very much want to win. The President's Cup won 2 years ago by China. This is the introduction of the Polish squad to the court here in Leipzig, a venue which is warming up the 2 further round of 16 matches a little later today. And warming up is the ideal phrase, really, after heavy snowfall around this arena, which, well, made the journey home for everyone yesterday interesting and slow. Here we go with the player presentations, and Poland led by Kudlacz Kloch. Monika Mikolov, limited court time so far in this competition. Kobylinska, 22 years of age, one of the young guns. Gawlik, the keeper. Błaszczyk as well will feature. They'll probably go for a keeper per half here again, the Poles. Alexandra Zich, who is a threat on the wings. Joanna Drabik, line player. Kozlowska and Lisewska. Zalewaga, Akruk and Utnowska round off the squad here. That's the Polish management team led by Leszek Krzyzicki, the coach, who took over from Kim Rasmussen 18 months ago.
From Brazil at first, captain with number 12, Barbara Arenhard. Number 4, Samira Rocha.
2 keepers in the Brazil squad, Arenhard and Maisa Pessoa. Rocha, Joya, Samira Zaraho, one of the top scorers in the competition, Ana Paula Belo, who went 9 today. Centre back, Ribeiro, the winger. 2 line players, Costa Silva. Left back, Eduarda Dalecka, on target yesterday. Beat the Cameroonians in their President's Cup semi 24 hours ago inside this arena, did the Brazilians. They do have survivors from that 2013 World Championship winning squad. It was a fantastic breakthrough result for a South American nation at the World Champs. They came all the way to Europe to win it as well, to Serbia. Facinello, Costa Souza and Patricia Silva finish off the introductions. Jorge Duenas had tremendous success at this competition with Spain back in 2011. Got them to the final. From Japan, Kiyoshi Izaki, Tomokazu Ikabuchi are today's refereeing team. And the IHF officials and the important roles taken up by the scorer and the timekeeper. They get to take a bow as well.
The IHF official Dragan Staszewski from Macedonia. Hello.
So, as is customary, we will hear the national anthems of these two nations with throw-off just over 4 minutes away here in Leipzig.
Stand up for the anthems of both teams. At first, we will start with the national anthem. Als erstes mit der Nationalhymne unserer Gäste aus Polen. Here is the anthem for Poland. Dankeschön, thank you. And here's the national anthem. Here's die Nationalhymne für Brasilien, the anthem for Brazil.
Gigante pela própria natureza, és bela, és forte, pálido colosso. Se o teu futuro espelha essa grandeza, terra dourada, entre outras mil és do Brasil, a pátria amada, os filhos desse sol das mãos. Thank you very much. Vielen Dank. Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, liebe Zuschauer im
So that's the anthems over with them. We're about to get underway here at Arena Leipzig. President's Cup place match 17 to 18. And it is effectively the final of the President's Cup. Handshakes before competition gets underway here. So we already had a placement match earlier. Angola beating Cameroon to finish 19th. Cameroon taking 20th position here. Kudlach Gloch scored the decisive penalty in the marathon shootout win over Angola yesterday in the semi-final. She has 37 goals for the tournament. There are two other players in the 30s as well in this group of Polish players in Germany. Kinga Gzyb with 32 and Kinga Akruk with 33 goals respectively. Leszek Korzicki, the coach, trying to blend youngsters with the elder stateswomen who probably only have a few more tournaments left in them. But it's a difficult process, a lowly finish in last year's Euros and then here, failing to make the knockouts at the Worlds. Ana Paula Belo's 32 goals make her by far the sharpest shooter in Brazilian ranks. It also puts her amongst the tournament's top scorers. 3 of this squad play at home in Brazil. The rest are scattered around European clubs, and good European clubs at that. Well, Jorge Duenas took Spain to the final of this competition. Here he is with a different challenge. Brazil, who survived the group at their own Rio Olympics 16 months ago. Very disappointed not to do the same here. It was touch and go. Only a fabulous save right at the end from the Montenegrin keeper. Saved the draw there, 23-all in the last group match that Brazil played. That came on the back of straight defeats, 2 straight defeats to Russia and Denmark after they'd beaten Tunisia and been held in another draw in the first round, in the first match, 28-all with the Japanese. As seems customary here at the President's Cup. Both nations here in their second strip. Brazil in green, Poland in white and red, attacking the goal away to our left at the start here. A layoff from Kulac Gloch. We hope for a little bit more flow to the match than the earlier placement match we saw, the All-African affair, which was a rerun of that African Championship semi-final from 12 months ago in Luanda in Angola. The first save there, made by Maisa Pessoa, who was very good in the second half yesterday. Pass bounced up towards Regis Silva. Opening goal is scored by the breakaway Kulac Gloch. Plays her club handball here in Germany, and she's dragged Poland through this competition. She's 32 years of age now. Karolina Kulac Gloch, senior debut back in 2004, so 13 years in the national team, and an integral part of the squad that reached the semi-final. Indeed, finished 4th in both 2013 and 2015. The importance of Kim Rasmussen as coach seeming ever more relevant now. Rasmussen's Hungary knocked out in the second round yesterday. And Brazil just trying to find a way through. Costa with the assist in the end. The snapshot bounced up against the frame from Eduardo Telecka. So Poland lead by a 0-0 here, 2 minutes in at Arena Leipzig. This was the venue for the host nation, Germany, in the first round of this competition, Group D. And Germany got through, unconvincingly it has to be said, in 3rd place, and were then promptly knocked out yesterday in the first knockout round. Kulac Gloch with Kobylinska. Kulac Gloch goes for the quick shot and the low shot, saved by Maisa Pessoa. Moved up for Facinello. And the save from Plaszek. Been excellent in goal, largely speaking. Adriana Plaszek for Poland in this competition. And just a reminder then that it is Romania, Czech Republic and Spain against Norway in the big night match here at Arena Leipzig tonight in the round of 16. Akrok, good save, Pessoa, got down low again, very agile keeper. Already here in Leipzig in the last 16, we've seen France win by 3 goals against Kim Rasmussen's Hungary, and Sweden beat Slovenia easily. That's a breakaway goal, Janicewska for Poland. 2-0. Slow start here from the Brazilians. Smashing the finish past Pessoa, who had very little chance there. Patricia Silva wearing 92 in the right back position. Silva with a layoff, and Paula Belo, so just shipping it to the wide player. Paraguay and China are playing a little later on. They will face each other in Magdeburg as the final placings at the lower end of the tournament are decided today. Of course, we have the final proper on Sunday at the Barclaycard Arena in Hamburg. Still no first goal for Brazil, and they had a player clean through, wide open there in Patricia Silva. 2-0 here for Poland. Anna Paula Belo at centre-back. Switching it left and right and waiting for the breakthrough. Comes wide again for Silva at right back. There's the offload and the crossover. Darosha, they couldn't feed it into Ligia Silva, who's the line player. Good save for Soa, denying Janicevska, who was stretching as she controlled it. Mariana Costa. Patricia Silva. Anna Paula Belo plays club handball in Russia with Rostov-Don, like the goalkeeper. Paula Belo, good defense from Poland. They can't prevent that though. Finally, Ligia Silva with a goal for Brazil. Important movement there. Silva just checking back to take the pass and then turning to bury the finish past Blaszczak. Brazil will be pleased with that. Calmed a few jitters. Akruk. Kulacz-Gloch steps round. Kulacz-Gloch with the offload. Comes round to Janicevska on the right. Kulacz-Gloch again. There's the dribble. And strong arm challenge, but fair by Dionis Fascinello. Oh, that's a good steal. She could be in here. Kinga Gib able to switch it back to Gier, playing the delightful 1-2 there. Great steal. She anticipated it superbly. Batista. Quick shot. Blocked by Blaszczak. Managed to get there in the way of Eduarda Telesca's attempt. Well, this is a full-blooded encounter. And we're seeing two teams who have rather more class and experience, really, than the nations we saw earlier. Kulacz-Gloch snapping in. Kulacz-Gloch. Akruk. There's the movement. Kulacz-Gloch, but nothing doing on the left-hand side. Comes back to Kobylinska, who was caught high there by Eduarda Telesca. And it's a sin binning for Eduarda Telesca. And she can have very few complaints about that, really. Just look at this. Up comes the slap. And it catches 22-year-old Kobylinska in the side of the face. Kulacz-Gloch for Akruk. Kobylinska again. She's okay, she's dusted herself down. Kulacz-Gloch still there. Spins it out to Janicevska. Flashes the shot across. An opportunity which was squandered. Well, Janicevska said something of a breakthrough competition. She scored 13 goals. But the level wasn't quite there throughout that group stage from Poland. They won their first and last match in the group, but in between, 3 defeats. Perhaps the Czech Republic result is the one they will rue most in their second match. They lost by 4 goals against Bosny's Czech team, and then lost by 15 against Norway. They were always going to lose against Norway. And then Hungary as well. And Kim Rasmussen got one over his old team. 31-28, the Hungarians won that one. Ligia Silva. Again for Brazil here on the line. Akruk. Kulacz-Gloch. Akruk again, Kobylinska. They find the winger, Gib. Good block by Mariana Costa. Kudlacz Gloch again, makes it back for Kinga Akruk. Kobylinska, Janisewska. She finds the far corner that time. Same move. Poland tried about 90 seconds previously, only for the shot to just whiz past. 4-2 for Poland here, 10 minutes in to this President's Cup final. Silva comes for Dianis Facinello. Facinello gives it back to Silva. No. Quick breakaway. Janisewska, top corner. Janisewska in for the hat-trick. Achieved inside 10.5 minutes here. And Poland lead 5-2. She's just 22. Katarzyna Janisewska. He's played Cup Winners' Cup handball before. Time out.
El problema está en ataque, que perdemos bola, nos hacen gol y contraataque. Venga, jugamos. Perdón. Jugamos. Ponta con bola. Ahí. Y la continuidad. La continuidad de largo. Largo, ahí Patricia. Largo. Y jugamos luego por... Mieli wjazd na półkach, dobrze? Okej? Jedziemy. Biegamy, one nie mają ochoty do tyłu wracać, także my musimy z obrony to wszystko zrobić. I dobrze to robicie. Jedziemy dalej.
So, Janisewska, the early star here for Poland. 3 of their 5 goals. Paula Belo kept at bay beyond 9 metres here. And Facinello tries the shot, well blocked, good defence there from Poland. Kudlacz Gloch, Kinga Akruk steps round, tries to get it to Kinga Gib. Akruk. Kudlacz Gloch. Janisewska. Kudlacz Gloch. Janisewska again. No room to have a little run there. Kobylinska, well, it was very high tempo and high power passing. Kudlacz Gloch. Gib. Kudlacz Gloch still there. Kobylinska. Janisewska from the tightest of angles. Finds the gap again. 4th goal for Katarzyna Janisewska from right wing, who is proving deadly. That was Patricia Silva. Silva again, 92 here. There goes Silva, and dragged down by Kudlacz Gloch. Ana Paula Belo. Poland effectively frustrating their South American opponents here. Brazil trailing by 4. And that's whipped home. Talecka. Kulacz Gloch, room for her here. And they were both airborne as they clashed. Suspension has been indicated here for the player who's grounded, Mariana Costa. Body on the line. Kinga Akhroke from the mark. Yep. 7-3. Kinga Akhroke from Lubin and moved back home, back to a Polish club after spending the last few years with Bruknos Podgorica. Part of the core of the squad that reached the semi-finals in both 2013 and 15. High challenge on Eduarda Talecka, but strong enough only for a 9-meter reset for the Brazilians. Here they come again. That's Patricia Silva. Talecka is the left winger. They finally fed it to the right wing player, Jessica Ribeiro. That's another good save from the keeper who couldn't find the empty net. Talecka. Here's Jessica Ribeiro. Ribeiro again, flops the pass, and deserved a goal, and indeed the move got a goal. Leandro Rocha, top scored for Brazil yesterday in the President's Cup semi-final. Victory over Cameroon by just the 2 goals in the end, but it was a little bit more comfortable than that. I think there might just have been a touch on that from Pessoa. Sends the ball long for the quick breakaway goal, and 2 in the blink of an eye for Brazil. Ana Paula Belo scored just 1 yesterday. It's her first of the day today. And the goalkeeper takes marks for throwing the ball out quickly. Kobylinska gives it for Kulacz Gloch. Thumps the finish. And a yellow card. Dionis Fascinello. 7-meter penalty for Poland here. Pessoa trots off to be replaced by Barbara Arenhart. Kinga Zhib scores. Shot goes downwards past the left leg of Barbara Arenhart. Silva, Mariana Costa, Ana Paula Belo. Patricia Silva again. Paula Belo, Silva. Ribeiro tried it. A good dummy. And she just brought Mariana Costa into play, who's able to do the familiar thing, take a couple of paces inside and fire home the shot. Kobylinska. Kulacz Gloch. A couple of personnel switches for Poland. Roszak now. Kulacz Gloch. Kulacz Gloch with the offload. There's Roszak, slotted over to Ryszardska. who's the replacement player in the squad. They've had 1 or 2 injury complaints. He'll come into play on the line. Oh, good save that from Blaszczak. Will it matter in the end? Fingertip stop to deny Eduarda Terlecka. Monika Kobylinska gets sent to the sin bin, her first 2-minute suspension of the match. It's 3 strikes and you're out, by the way. Penalty here, Ana Paula Belo will take it. And plenty of trickery, but not the right outcome. Well played there, Adriana Blaszczak, refusing to buy the succession of sort of dummies that Ana Paula Belo tried there. This is the worst Brazilian performance for 4 World Championships. They were quarter-finalists at home in 2011, won it in Serbia in 2013, got to the round of 16 last time round in Denmark. Poland score again, the lead is to 4. Kulac Gloch has been in the wars the whole competition. And Brazil have carried on the attack. So Costa buries the shot. And the indication is that Kulac Gloch needs treatment. Seemed to land unpleasantly there on that right knee, which is already heavily strapped. And a lot of the players wear knee protectors. Kulac Gloch seems to be okay. Poland 10, Brazil 7 here. Brazil have won the last 5 titles at the Pan American Games, the last of which was in Toronto 2015. They've won the last 5 Pan American Championships as well. The most recent of which was earlier this year in Argentina. There's the crossover. Akruk, nicely worked. Roszak. Nine-meter throw. Kinga Akruk. Roszak. Zich wants to get involved, wearing 18. Zich, here she is. Zich goes, good block. Well played, Tamires Araujo. No fast breakaway on there, no one forward enough there for the Brazilians. Araujo gets it back to Faxinello, across to Ribeiro. Buried. 10-9. So, having been slow starters here in Leipzig, Brazil are now back at Poland. Roszak. Disguised assist. It's the physical threat more than anything, isn't it? That's the forte of Hanna Ryszarska. Roszak. Back from Zik. Well played. Alexander Zik. Give and go. Coach is yellow carded. Faxinello bounces the pass and Costa finds the corner. "100% from the right wing, Mariana Costa. 3 attempts, 3 goals. Akruk. Akruk again. There's the shot, and there's the save from Pessoa. Good defense there from Brazil. Left-sided defense. Now they switch it. Comes through. Eduardo Teletská. Offload from Faxinello. And a delightful shot played over the top by Diana de Rocha. Deadly winger when they can get the ball out to the wide players. Diana de Rocha steps in there to comfortably beat Adriana Plašek. Akruk, Zich, trying to find Zicharska. Quick attempt at the other end, Brazil. I've definitely been able to find a kind of rhythm after being outscored by Poland in the early moments here. Zich drags her opponent down, thus conceding the 7-meter penalty. And Jessica Ribeiro comes on to take it. Well, that's 2 shots she's had. Only one from 7 meters granted. Both have failed to find the back of the net. That could have brought Brazil level. Zich. And we're going to have a timeout called by Leszek Krasicki of Poland.
Ronka dalej na środku prowadzić tą grę. Tylko jedna zmiana do obronki, proszę Hanie. Będziemy tylko Hanie zmieniać z Małą. Dobrze? Z jedną obroną uważajcie, bo zaczęły grać kontra, ale dziewczyny to jest normalne w takiej fazie meczu, dlatego znowu zbieramy siły na końcówkę. My cały czas prowadzimy i cały czas gramy
este lado. Y estamos subiendo bien el contraataque. Mantenemos la contraataque. No hace falta correr mucho, pero hay que correr con control. Y Bosé tiene que ir dentro, no puede quedarse fuera para recibir el pase. Sí, sí. Ataque posicional. Colocamos punta, Dayana circula.
Poland 11, Brazil 10 is the score here in the President's Cup final at Arena Leipzig. At the 23rd edition of the World Championships. Women's Handball World Championship. First staged in 1957. A rich history of tournaments since. Most recent of which was 2 years ago in Denmark. Won by Norway. They were the strongest team in the women's game. Zich just about finding room for the shot. Roszak. Forced into the mistake. Pass out wide was way too high. Silva. Machado. Stepped in to centre-back Patricia Machado. Silva! Rattling good attempt. Comes back off the frame. Roszak! Sucker punch goal for Poland. Romana Roszak of Energia Koszalin. Machado. Diana de Rocha. And Machado. And in. Eduardo Teletská. He's proving to be quite a weapon here, Eduardo Teletská. Roszak. In goes Ryszarska again to play on the line. It's the third and final permitted change made by Leszek Krasicki to his playing staff in the course of a competition. Poland attacking down the right. Another goal. Zich finding the way past Maisa Pessoa. Silva there with Mariana Costa. Silva with a step over. Back to Costa. Infield she comes. And you can see the idea. The pass was way too high for Patricia Machado. Rosiak. Kulacz-Glotch, 9 metres, sidestep, finish! Kulacz-Glotch, 3 from 4. Reverse finish, if you will. Steps to the right, fires the ball back across the keeper into the opposite corner. Rosiak. Kulacz-Glotch. Rosiak for Kulacz-Glotch again. Zich. Rosiak flips the ball over the top. Delightful pass for Adriana Gorner. And Rosiak dribbles her way into trouble. Machado gives it to Facinello. Facinello just immediately replaced by Patricia Silva at right back there. Oh, Machado, short of options left or right. Decided to do it all herself. Zich for Jib. Akrug for Kulacz-Glotch. In the final 90 seconds of the first half, there's a foul called on Alexandra Zich, Vlašpor Gdynia. Penalty. Kulacz-Glotch steps up. Scored 3 of them in the shootout yesterday and plants that. No nonsense whatsoever beyond Pessoa here. There's the movement ahead of Machado. Plašek with the block. Penalty. The foul by Monika Mikulov. Ana Paula Belo here. 33 goals before today. 1 so far today. Make that 2. Fizzes it past Plašek. 15-13. Got a really good contest here in Leipzig. Poland with one last attack of this first half. Kulacz-Glotch for Kinga Akruk. 3, 2, 1, And the foul on Monika Mikolov right on the line. That happened just before the buzzer. And Mikolov sees her attempt saved. The wall always does its job in those situations. So Poland won't add to their lead, which stands at 2 goals at the break here. But a very entertaining President's Cup final. Poland 15, Brazil 13 at half-time. This the President's Cup final, the match that decide who finishes in 17th and 18th place at Germany 2017. Poland against Brazil. Both nations disappointed not to make it through the group stage. Kudlacz Kloc, Poland's star performer from Bietigheim in Germany, getting the first goal of the match. There was a great run off the bat as well from Janicewska, the winger for Poland. First goal for Brazil of the match, scored by Lidia Silva, the line player, and a terrific steal here from Kinga Zib, exchanging passes with the replacement player, Ryszarska. The finish for Zib, scored 2 goals in that first half. Unselfish play from Ryszarska to score it. Janicewska burying another 67% shooting from her in the first 30 minutes. 6 attempts, 4 goals scored. That was another from the dangerous winger. Then Anna Paula Belo with the assist, thumped home by Taleska. 7-3 at this stage, at the midway point in the first half. Then Diana de Rocha down the left, smashing home a finish. On the opposite flank, rewards were forthcoming from Mariana Costa. 9-6 here. Akruk with a dummy. And then Kinga Zib enabling Kudlacz Kloc to feed it home. It looked like she was injured. She eventually picked herself up. Another goal there for Taleska for the Brazilians, and a delightful finish from Da Rocha. Pulled it back to 11-10. So these two going toe-to-toe all the way. It was a powerful run and shot from Romana Roszak, making it 12-10, 14-11 at this stage. A blistering finish by Patricia Machado. Ana Paula Belo scoring at the end of the first half. It is 15-13 at midway in Poland's favour. We're all set for the second half then. The final 30 minutes of action in these Women's World Championships for both Poland and Brazil. Both want to go out on a high note and finish in 17th place in this World Championship. Poland lead the Brazilians at the midway point. Half-time score is 15-13 in favour of Leszek Krasicki's team. Close run thing, their semi-final win over the Angolans. But here they are trying for 17th place in this competition, which, let's face it, is a bit of a come down for a side who over the course of the last two world champs became knockout specialists. And Brazil, in the relatively short space of time, 2013 to now, just 4 years since those World Championships in Serbia when Brazil were champions, found themselves a little bit wasteful in the group. 2 draws against Japan and Montenegro, and 2 defeats as well. Not enough to get them through. So here we are in the second half of the President's Cup final. President's Cup was won by China 2 years ago in Denmark. Ana Paula Belo here for Brazil. Faxinello offloads it. And there's a step in field and the pass into the line player Tamires Araujo. Attacking foul though. And Akruk. Kobylinska wearing 8 at right back. Akruk has it. Rasharska steps onto the line. And there is Rasharska. Kobylinska. Janisewska for Akruk. And Kobylinska arrows the shot towards the far corner. Pessoa is a more than useful goalkeeper. Akruk. Step round by Kobylinska, and well, she was met by the challenge of that last defender, the second defender, Ana Paula Belo, who stood in her way, blocked the obvious goal-scoring chance. So we'll have a penalty from 7 metres, and it will be Kinga Akruk, who has scored 1 from 1 from this mark. Her only goal so far today. He gets another, and Poland all of a sudden lead by 3. Ana Paula Belo has it. Spun out wide. Eduarda Telečka. Eduarda Telečka does really well, tremendously strong play. Dribbling into that central area and trying the finish. But our referees had spotted a foul before that. Ana Paula Belo, lovely switch. And a downward shot from Dianis Faxinello. Getting airborne to get reach behind it. Ana Paula Belo with the penalty here to bring Brazil back to within 2 goals of Poland. No! Hits it straight at the legs of Blaszczak. I like the celebration, well as the save. Janisewska gives it to Akruk. There's Kobylinska. into Ryszarska, who can't turn and shoot. Oh, very nearly a block from Blaszczak. Mariana Costa's effort had too much sting behind it. Here goes Akruk in for Kobylinska. In fact, it bounces wide for Janisewska. And Ryszarska sees a point-blank shot saved by Maisa Pessoa. Anna Paula. Good save again, narrowing down the angle there. Blaszczak to deny Fasinello. Here come Poland, and that's thumped in by Zhib. 17-14, the lead is 3. After winning that world title in 2013, Brazil then failed to reach the semi-finals of the next 2 major championships. Romania knocked them out in the last 16 in Denmark. And then they lost in the quarter-finals of their own Olympics, beaten by the Dutch. Anna Paula Belo is so essential to them. Champions League winner in 2016 with CSM Bucharest. Akruk. Janisewska. Kulacz-Gloch flips the ball over to Janisewska. Good block from Pessoa. Their 8th save of the match. Noska has come on to play on the right-hand side wearing 92. Now Janisewska steps in. Noska. And the rotation for Poland. Akruk. Akruk still going. And the shot creeps past Pessoa, who's furious that that sneaked in. Good save from Blaszczak. Teleska would have expected to score there. Quick breakaway chance. Eva Noska switches it to Kulacz-Gloch. Quick breakaway to cancel out that Brazilian goal immediately. 19-15. Anna Paula Belo, Fasinello bounces the pass, and just the merest contact on Costa. Well, she managed to score, but was bundled off balance. A foul more important than the resulting goal. In from Mariana Costa. She delayed for as long as she was allowed. Blaszczak deciding to stay on her line. Janisewska or Eva Utnovska. Akruk, Eva Utnovska, there's the handoff. Rare slip by Kulacz-Gloch, but here she is again. Kinga Akruk lurking with intent. Janisewska, she goes central. Utnovska finds the bottom corner. 2016, well, they're running at a lead of 4 goals in this second half. Anna Paula Belo, look at the way she steps up the pace there. Tries to bounce the pass into Costa. Costa. And it comes to Talecka. Taleska again. Bounce pass from Paula Belo. And that's classic line play from Tamiris Araujo. Watch you there. Slightly loose defending from Poland. Runowska. Kulacz Gloch. Akruk. Kulacz Gloch. Akruk. Runowska. Early release. And that was so close to being a fabulous goal. Daniel Joia now for Brazil. Joia still going and runs the shot through the legs of Blaszczak. Joia's come on to play in this second half. Centre back. And she is powerful, Daniel Joia. Oh, very nearly a clean take, but very nearly isn't all that, is it? A top-level sport. Joub dispossessed. Joia in the thick of things here in the second half. We've had 2/3 of this President's Cup final. If we're level at the end of an hour's play, we will go straight to penalties, 5 each. No overtime, because the schedule is quite congested. Now we're in the knockout stage, second week of the World Championship. Runowska, Rycharska. And a shot just has enough fizz behind it to carry it through the keeper. Ana Paula Belo. Ana Paula Belo, deflection, and a good recovery save from Blaszczak. Runowska. Kulacz Gloch. She does that so often. Controls the ball, takes a step, and then whips the shot really early. Taleska. Good save by Blaszczak. Picked up by Kinga Joub, who sets the quick breakaway goal for Janisewska. Lead of 5 now, and sufficiently worried is the Brazilian coach. He calls a timeout.
Atentas a fecharla, el trabajo con el pivote, y en ataque precisamos que la bola otra vez vaya un poquito más rápida. Hemos dicho posibilidad de que punta circule para luego continuar aquí con un cruzamiento, o posibilidad de que punta circule para empezar aquí 2 contra 2. I pivote gana ahí la posición para que esta jugadora venga aquí.
Mamy znowu granie na obu stronach, dobra?
Dziewczyny, obrona, szybka kontra, ale w ataku długo. W ataku na czas gramy, dobra?
Dwie koncepcje kino, o których mówię, tak?
I
10 saves in 28 shots faced from Blaszczak. 3 of 5 saves from 7-metre penalties today. Costa, Belo, that was Taleska. Faxinello. Diana Rocha there, back for Teleska. Faxinello winding the shot. Bounces away off the upright. There goes Janisevska again. Clean through here. Good save, Pessoa. And you can see just the reaction of the keeper there. She does her bit. She doesn't know that foul is going to be called. Has to treat the shot like it's going to count. Blocks it. Turns round. So she's got to face a penalty. Diana Rocha is sin bin, so double punishment for the Brazilians. Kudlacz Gloch. Lege Duenas talking himself into trouble. Karolina Kudlacz Gloch buries it. Worrisome deficit now for the Brazilians. Just creeping up, isn't it? 6 goals now. Ligia Silva steps back on to play on the line. Faxinello. Oh, terrific shot. Unlucky. Ana Paula Belo. Goal is vacant as Pessoa race back with Brazil playing short-handed. ×2. We're down to 5 players out on the court. Belo rattles that home. Little dance as she feints to pass it. Janisevska, Urtnovska. Urtnovska back for Kinga Akrok, who took the step and then pushed the finish. Bars Maisa Pessoa made it look rather easy there. Kinga Akrok, 4 goals today. And she'll be hopeful of making 40 goals by the end of this competition. Needs to get another couple here, though. Seven for Karolina Kudlacz Gloch, by the way. It's bolted onto the 37 goals she'd scored already in this competition. It's her 44. Faxinello. Well, Poland really stepping up in a defensive sense here. Urtnovska. Akrok for Kudlacz Gloch. Sheep on the left. Janisevska on the right presently. Ryszarska playing up on the line. Ryszarska drops short, then goes back to that pivot position. Kudlacz Gloch. Ryszarska, yes. And Kudlacz Gloch again showing her class, stepping in, looking one way, popping the pass in the direction she's not looking. And that's a rather clumsy foul on Ana Paula Belo. There's the offload. Patricia Machado finding no route through. It's back with Ligia Silva. And then Machado, Patricia Machado steps one way back and then arrows the shot towards the far side. Going to be a 2-minute suspension here. The foul by Iba Noska. Claps her hands, doesn't she, in attempting to rid the attacker of possession. Mariana Costa. This to bring Brazil up to 20 goals for the match. She can't manage it. That's a good piece of reaction defending from Kinga Gib. Gets in brilliantly there, Gib. Costa was too slow to size up the rebound opportunity. Akruk gives it to Kobylinska. Kulacz-Gloch. No foul there. And the follow-up is missed as well by Gib. Finish came too high. Hit the bar. Here come Brazil. Joya. Still there, Joya. Good defending. Machado. Finally through for Ana Paula Belo. And she's hassled by Kobylinska, pulling the attacker back. Kobylinska is sin-binned. So they're down to 5 here. And this could be a window of opportunity for the Brazilians. Certainly for the next minute. And they face opposition with 2 players less. Mariana Costa missed the last one 2 minutes ago from 7 metres. She tries again, makes no mistake that time. 6th goal of the match for Costa, second from 7 metres. So Poland 15th out of 16 at the European Championships a year ago in Sweden. Next signpost on the road towards the Tokyo Olympics is the Euros 12 months from now, which will be played in France. And we have the next World Championships in 2019 in Japan. And the teams will be flying back to Japan the following year for the Olympics. Leszek Krasicki has called the timeout.
Krzyżówkę pod Karolinę, a ty, Kasiu, zabiegniesz. I teraz zobacz, czy możemy fałszywy pas jej odegrać do rąki, albo popatrz na Kasię, bo tam się może zgubić. I równo przed... Tak jest, ale możemy nie mieć więcej czasu. Obrona jest dobra, tylko musimy zamykać na kontra uno fuerte. Vale, pivote alejado para jugar 1 contra 1. Permuta y trocamos para jugar aquí fuerte. Una acción directa. Tenemos que conseguir hacer acción de exclusión. Hay que ir fuerte en 1 contra 1. Esta defensa hasta el final.
Still over 10 minutes to play at Arena Leipzig. We'll have quarter-final matches in the tournament proper here as well, and then this World Championship moves on to Hamburg and the Barclaycard Arena for the semi-finals and Sunday's final. Kinga Akruk runs round the outside to extend Poland's lead to 7 goals now. Fasinello. Goal all of her own making. Akruk. Roszak. Akruk again. Kinga Akruk still going. 4 white shirts lulled into that left-hand channel. Blanket defence doing its job. Poland have it. They've got to shoot soon. Oof. Akruk pushed away beyond 9 metres. Well, Akruk's still going. Lovely feint. Oh, she'll be disappointed that hasn't landed in the net. About to be called passive there. Well, that's the kind of finishing that has earned the applaudis. Ana Paula Belo at both club and international level. A riotous finish, smashing the ball past Błaszczak. Lernovska. Akruk. Lernovska. Kudlacz-Gloch. Eva Lernovska. Karolina Kudlacz-Gloch prompting and probing, and Lernovska attacking foul. Poland race back to their stations. Ana Paula Belo. Facchinello bounces the shot, and Brazil is starting to rally here. 3 goals without reply. About time Facchinello got one. That was her 5th shot. Lernovska. Lernovska again, she spilled it. Pessoa starts Brazil going. Now with Machado. Patricia Machado again. Ana Paula Belo steps round. Finds the winger. And that's in. What a rally here from the Brazilians. Daiane de Rocha again. Well, she has 3, Daiane de Rocha. Brazil get another 3, they will be level, and they will have pulled back 7 goals. Poland suffering a dip. Janicewska. And Roszak. Oh, Roszak just tangling with Machado. Question of interpretation from our Japanese officials here. The benefit of the doubt has gone with Poland. Janicewska, Kudlacz-Gloch, Kinga Akruk, still there, Kinga Akruk, pushed to the ground by Joya. Advantage played. Kudlacz-Gloch back to beyond 9 metres. And finally, Rychalska. And she's been 2-minuted here. Anna Rychalska. Has been shown a red card. Wow. So that means his team are short-handed. He'd already been yellowed, of course. So in this President's Cup final, the Brazil coach has been shown a red. Brazil's Spanish coach. They're all different nationalities. This is a Spanish coach in charge of Brazil, saying things that the Japanese referee understands. Ana Paula Belo. She hit that straight at Plašek. That would have been 5 unreplied goals for Brazil. Not that time, though, for Ana Paula Belo. And the clock is ticking down here for Brazil to salvage their President's Cup. Poland's next test after this is the next round of qualifiers for the Euro. They've already started with victories over Slovakia and Italy. Next matches are next year in the spring to decide. It's all about trying to get back to a certain level, Poland, who were handed a wild card for this competition. They lost their qualifying playoff over 2 legs, beaten home and away by the Russians. Janisewska spins a shot off the bar there. Ana Paula Belo, in she comes. Faxinello with the assist. Brazil are back to within 2 now. Mariana Costa, as well as Daiane de Rocha, the 2 wingers. Costa over there on the right-hand side has stepped in to score. Roszak switches it back, and that's broken a barren spell for Poland. Romana Roszak on target. First goal for 6 minutes, actually, since Kinga Akruk scored. Noska trots back on here for the Poles. Less than 5 minutes to play now. Both sides' involvement in this 23rd Women's World Handball Championship in Germany. Faxinello, the angle was too tight. Plašek stood tall. Akruk gets it back from Kudlacz-Kloc. Akruk and Noska tries the low shot, saved by Pessoa's foot. Well played, Akruk, backtracking like that. Fabulous defensive intervention. That would have prevented another goal for Brazil for sure. Akruk, Kudlacz-Kloc, Romana Roszak, Kudlacz-Kloc. Element of running the clock down now for the Poles. The lead is just 3, and that's a very sloppy turnover, and it's perhaps an indication of why Ryszałka wasn't in the squad to begin with. Faxinello, Machado, Teleska, save Plašek. Teleska ends up thoroughly grounded. 7-metre penalty. Could be 28-26 here. Well, there's no question that both nations are tiring, but it's Brazil who've managed to keep a certain level over the last 6-7 minutes because they have come back at Poland brilliantly. Mariana Costa here. She scores. Nine attempts, 8 goals, 4 from 3 from the 7-metre mark. On another day, that would have hit Plašek, wouldn't it, and bounced to safety. Here's Roszak. Well, Poland going to be involved in another marathon shootout. Gib wasn't under much pressure there. Here they are again, Brazil. That should have been in the back of the net from Daiane de Rocha. Then it would have been 28-27. 2.5 minutes to play. There would have been just a single goal in it. Kudlacz Gloch. Our colleagues from Polish television very, very agitated. Rosiak. Joub. Rosiak. Good block. Joyer in there. Well, it looked to be a combination of Joyer and Machado. They wonder what was wrong with that double-pronged challenge. Joyer can't believe it. So Brazil will be short-handed for effectively the rest of this match. At least Poland have just 30 seconds before they can get back up to the full complement of players. Ryszarska, Rosiak. Kudlacz Gloch steps in beyond 9. And Rosiak loses it. Taleska bundled to the ground, lob pass to the winger. Machado. And Paulo Belo, and in! He's done it again. Leoni de Rocha. 28-27, just over a minute to go. On a knife edge, Janisewska. Timeout.
Druga wersja, jeżeli będziecie chciały jeszcze raz w ataku, nie. Pero tenemos que... Pero picar un poco y volver, Dos contra uno en el lado contrario, y si tenemos dudas que finalicen en este lado, pero que no finalicen por aquí. ¿Sí?
Good support for the Brazilians here. A long way from Rio. 28-27 inside the last minute of the President's Cup final at the moment. It is Poland who will finish 17th in this World Championship. Rosiak, Kudlacz Gloch, another one would nearly seal it. They're almost there. Kinga Rachrok. Brazil still playing with just 6 players, of course. And now, okay, Duenas uses his last timeout.
Pivote, se mueve hacia aquí y bola viene para aquí para jugar 1 contra 1 o 1 contra 1. Directo, metemos gol. Y una vez que metemos gol, presionamos en medio campo. ¿Sí? Pero pivote, se mueve, hace un movimiento para que estas jugadoras puedan recibir en carrera. Y por 6-0.
Machado. Brazil have to score very quickly. Machado still there. And that will be that. Possession is turned over. And Poland will just casually run the ball to the other end and celebrate victory. Their 3rd victory of this championship. plus their penalty shootout success against Angola. So at least Poland end with back-to-back victories here. They'd have loved to have been in the knockout round, but the successes of the last two World Championships are behind them now. Poland at least have won the President's Cup. At the end of a very entertaining final, Brazil ran them close, but Poland have emerged here winners by 2 goals, 29-27, and they finish in 17th place at Germany 2017. Brazil finish 18th, having reached the round of 16 2 years ago and won the cup 4 years ago in Serbia. Poland have won the President's Cup in Germany, 29-27. They've beaten Brazil. We will see the presentation of the President's Cup now. Dr. Hassan Mustafa, President of the IHF, the International Handball Federation, will present the cup.
The President of the German Handball Federation, Andreas Michelmann, beide überreichen Sie hier diesen President's Cup now. Folks, who will get the trophy to the winner of the President's Cup, the team from Poland!
17th place, Poland. Karolina Kudlacz-Gloch receives the cup from the IHF president. Well, I suppose you'll say they won 3 games on the bounce at the end of this competition. And their victory over Argentina last up in the group, which ultimately didn't count for much. Then the shootout win over Angola yesterday. And today's victory by 2 goals over the Brazilians. Competition for them started 9 days ago with victory over Sweden. Group stage didn't turn out quite as planned for the Poles, but they emerged the best of the rest, if you will, and succeed China as President's Cup winners. Poland finish 17th at the 23rd Women's Handball World Championship. Handshakes as well for the Brazilian team, who finish 18th here.
Okay, we thank both teams. The ceremony is finished.
So we'll see the story of the match then, and how Poland won the President's Cup. 50% of attacks found the target, and although Brazil weren't that far behind, 27 of 58 attacks ending in goals, just enough is enough, isn't it, to win these kind of encounters. Brazil just haven't been at the level that we've come to expect from them. Kudlacz-Gloch almost inevitably with 7 goals top scored. Mariana Costa obliged for Brazil. 8 goals for Mariana Costa, 89%, that from 9 shots attempted. And we will have further statistics to examine exactly how Poland won. Just a little bit deadlier in front of goal, really. Poland win the President's Cup. We will see 2 more round of 16 matches here at Arena Leipzig before the day is out, including the defending champions tonight. But for the time being, though, Poland and Brazil bid farewell to the World Championships. Poland, President's Cup winners, 2017.